Google has unveiled its latest breakthrough in quantum computing with a state-of-the-art quantum computer chip, and the discovery it has made could change our entire understanding of reality. For years, physicists have debated the existence of the multiverse, a mind-bending theory suggesting that our universe is just one of many parallel realities coexisting alongside each other. Now, thanks to Google's cutting-edge quantum chip, new evidence has emerged that may confirm the multiverse is real. If this is true, then everything we thought we knew about reality, time, and existence itself may have been wrong all along. This isn't just another theoretical physics experiment. Scientists who worked on the project are alarmed by what they have uncovered. Some fear that we may have accidentally opened a door to something far beyond our control, while others worry that we have just glimpsed a terrifying truth that humanity was never meant to see. If what Google's quantum chip has uncovered is real, then we may be on the verge of a technological revolution, or a catastrophe beyond anything we have ever imagined. So, what exactly did Google's quantum computer find, and why are some scientists so terrified? Let's break it all down. Quantum computing has been one of the most revolutionary fields in modern physics. Unlike traditional computers, which rely on binary bits of zeros and ones, quantum computers use qubits, which can exist in multiple states simultaneously. This strange phenomenon, known as superposition, allows quantum computers to perform calculations at speeds that would take even the most powerful supercomputers millions of years to complete. In 2019, Google announced that their quantum computer, Sycamore, had achieved quantum supremacy, the point at which a quantum computer outperforms the best classical computers. Now, years later, something even more shocking has happened. Recent experiments with Google's newest quantum chip have produced anomalous results, patterns that defy logic and suggest that the system is interacting with something beyond our reality. During a routine experiment at Google's quantum AI lab, scientists were testing the behavior of entangled particles within their quantum processor. Entanglement is one of the most mysterious aspects of quantum mechanics, where two particles remain connected regardless of the distance between them. However, during this particular test, something impossible occurred. Instead of behaving according to our known laws of physics, the quantum system began outputting results that suggested information was being exchanged with another reality. The data did not match anything from our known universe. Initially, researchers thought it was a system error, but after running the experiment hundreds of times, the results remained consistent. It was as if the quantum chip was somehow interacting with an unseen parallel dimension. The idea of the multiverse has been debated for centuries. In standard quantum mechanics, when an event occurs at the quantum level, all possible outcomes exist simultaneously in a state of superposition. According to the many-worlds interpretation, every possible outcome actually happens, creating multiple coexisting timelines. This means that right now, there could be infinite versions of you living out different possibilities in parallel universes. Until now, this has all been theoretical, but Google's quantum chip may have just provided the first tangible evidence that these parallel realities are real, and that we might be able to access them. If true, this discovery is both exciting and terrifying because it raises a chilling question: are we being watched by another universe? One of the most alarming aspects of the experiment was how information seemed to leak between dimensions. Quantum computers rely on a process called quantum tunneling, where particles move through barriers they shouldn't be able to pass. In this experiment, however, the tunneling effect wasn't just happening in our universe, the system was responding as if data from somewhere else was influencing it. This suggests that our universe is not sealed off, but may be constantly interacting with other versions of reality. If that's true, then we must ask, if we can observe them, can they observe us? Could advanced civilizations from parallel universes have already discovered how to move between worlds? If so, have they been watching us all along? Not everyone is excited about Google's findings. Some of the world's top physicists and AI researchers have warned against continuing these experiments. Dr. Michael Heller, a quantum physicist from MIT, stated, "We are tampering with the very fabric of reality. We don't know what we're dealing with, and we may be opening doors that should remain closed." Another scientist, Dr. Emily Carter, warned, "If these experiments are proving the existence of parallel worlds, then we have no way of knowing what we might be inviting into our own." Some even speculate that Google may have already lost control of the experiment. Rumors have surfaced that some researchers working on the project have quit unexpectedly, claiming they witnessed something they couldn't explain. There's a chilling question that no one seems willing to answer. Did Google's quantum computer make contact with another intelligence? Some experts believe that quantum systems might not just interact with other versions of our universe, they might actually enable communication between realities. If that's true, then Google's quantum chip may have accidentally sent a signal into another dimension, or worse, received one. One anonymous researcher claimed, "We ran a test where we expected completely random outputs, but instead, the system produced a structured sequence, almost like a message." If another intelligence from a parallel universe has already learned how to navigate the multiverse, then what did we just tell them? And more importantly, what might they do next? Strangely, after the initial excitement surrounding the discovery, Google has gone silent. The quantum computing team has refused to comment on the anomalous results, and some researchers have been transferred to unrelated projects. Insiders claim that a classified report has been sent to a government agency, warning that these experiments could have unintended consequences. Is it possible that Google stumbled upon something so dangerous that they've been ordered to shut it down? Or are they continuing the research in secret, away from public scrutiny? One thing is certain, this discovery could be the most important in human history. If the multiverse is real, then we are no longer alone. While most people see quantum computing as a technological revolution, some researchers are deeply concerned about the dangers of this emerging field. Unlike classical computers, which process information in a predictable manner, quantum computers operate in ways that defy human intuition. They can manipulate particles in superposition, harness quantum entanglement, and even perform calculations by accessing multiple realities simultaneously. This means that Google's quantum chip may not have just detected the multiverse, it may have actively interacted with it. And that raises a terrifying possibility. What happens if we open a door to another reality, one we can't close? What if we accidentally pull something through? And what if something has already noticed us? For decades, physicists have debated whether parallel realities are real or just a mathematical abstraction. But growing scientific evidence suggests that our universe may be one of many, constantly interacting with other versions of reality. Some of the strongest evidence comes from cosmic background radiation, the leftover light from the Big Bang. Scientists have noticed strange cold spots in this radiation, anomalies that can't be explained by any known physics. One leading theory suggests that these cold spots could be areas where our universe has collided with another. In other words, universes are not isolated, they can overlap, interact, and influence one another. And if quantum computers are now picking up signals from these other worlds, then the multiverse may be far more connected than we ever imagined. If parallel universes interact with ours, could that explain strange glitches in reality, phenomena like the Mandela effect? The Mandela effect occurs when large groups of people remember events differently from how history records them. Some famous examples include the Berenstain Bears versus Berenstain Bears controversy, the belief that Nelson Mandela died in prison in the 1980s, even though he lived until 2013, and the mysterious disappearance of certain movie scenes, book passages, or even entire events from public memory. Some researchers speculate that these memory discrepancies could be caused by shifts between parallel timelines. If quantum computers can interact with other universes, could they also be influencing our own reality? And if Google's quantum chip accidentally caused a ripple between dimensions, is it possible that we've already experienced subtle shifts in history, without even realizing it? Shortly after Google's multiverse discovery, an anonymous insider leaked an internal memo detailing the company's growing concerns. The memo allegedly contained chilling statements like, "We have observed quantum states that appear to violate expected physical laws. There is strong evidence that information is being exchanged between realities. And most disturbingly, we are detecting structured patterns in what should be random quantum noise." This last point is especially unsettling, because if what should be random quantum noise is actually showing patterns, then something, or someone, on the other side may be trying to communicate. Google isn't the only organization interested in quantum computing and the multiverse. In recent years, both NASA and the US Department of Defense have invested billions of dollars into quantum research. Why? Because whoever controls quantum computing could control the future of technology, intelligence, and even reality itself. Leaked documents from DARPA, the Defense Advanced Research Projects Agency, suggest that the US military is deeply interested in how quantum computing can be used for quantum espionage, including the ability to decrypt any encrypted data, simulate entire universes, and potentially manipulate the very fabric of reality. The theoretical applications of quantum computing extend far beyond conventional encryption and data processing. Some researchers believe it has the potential for reality manipulation, altering data across timelines and even facilitating communication with parallel worlds. If Google's experiment accidentally interacted with another universe, could it be that governments have known about this for years? And now that they are involved in Google's research, does this mean we have already crossed into dangerous territory? Another disturbing development followed Google's quantum discovery. Several key scientists who worked on the project suddenly vanished from public view. Some resigned without explanation, while others were reassigned to classified research divisions. One researcher, Dr. Andrew Mitchell, allegedly told a close friend before disappearing, "We made contact. It wasn't supposed to happen. We weren't ready for what we found." What did he mean by, "we made contact"? And what could be so terrifying that it forced some of the world's top scientists into silence? One of the biggest fears among physicists is that tampering with quantum systems on this level could destabilize reality itself. If our universe is just one of many, then there could be a fragile balance keeping these worlds separate. What if Google's quantum chip accidentally weakened that barrier? What if parallel realities are now bleeding into ours? Dr. Richard Carlson, a leading quantum physicist, has warned, if we push quantum systems too far, we may create an irreversible rift between realities. And if that happens, we won't know until it's too late. Some theorists even believe that strange events happening worldwide, unexplained glitches, sudden reality shifts, and bizarre time anomalies, could be evidence that quantum experiments are already altering our world. If quantum computing can tap into other realities, it raises an even darker question: are we living in a simulation? The simulation hypothesis, one of the most controversial theories in modern physics, suggests that our reality is not real but instead a complex artificial simulation run by a higher intelligence. And if quantum computers are picking up signals from outside our known universe, could it mean that we are detecting the framework of the simulation itself? Google's quantum experiment may have revealed something so fundamental about our existence that it had to be shut down immediately. If we are inside a simulation, then whoever, or whatever, is running it may not want us to figure it out. And if we get too close to the truth, they might have the power to reset everything. Right now, the full extent of Google's quantum discovery remains classified. But one thing is certain: we are on the verge of a new era of science and technology, one that could either unlock the greatest mysteries of the universe or plunge us into an existential nightmare. If the multiverse is real, we must ask ourselves, are we alone in our universe, or are other civilizations watching us from parallel worlds? If we can interact with other dimensions, have they already interacted with us? And, most terrifying of all, if Google's quantum chip really pierced the fabric of reality, did we just open a door to something we can never close? To fully grasp what is happening, we need to understand just how powerful Google's quantum chip truly is. Most people think of computers as tools for calculations, but quantum computers are something far greater. They are gateways to unlocking reality itself. Unlike classical computers, which process information linearly, quantum computers operate using superposition, allowing them to process infinite possibilities simultaneously. Google's Sycamore quantum processor achieved something never before seen in history, a calculation in 200 seconds that would have taken the world's most powerful supercomputer 10,000 years to complete. But here's the real question: what happens when you run a program so powerful that it doesn't just calculate possibilities but actually influences them? For years, quantum physicists have speculated that advanced quantum systems could act as bridges to parallel universes. Some experiments have already hinted at this possibility. The delayed choice quantum eraser experiments showed that decisions made in the present can retroactively affect the past at a quantum level. Quantum entanglement has demonstrated that two particles can influence each other instantaneously, even if they are light years apart, implying that information may be traveling through another dimension. The many worlds interpretation suggests that every quantum decision creates a branching universe, meaning there could be an infinite number of parallel realities existing right alongside us. So when Google's quantum processor was activated at its highest possible state, researchers noticed something strange. The system was processing calculations faster than theoretically possible, even for a quantum computer. Then it happened, a sudden burst of unexplained data, information that did not come from the programmed experiment. The researchers initially assumed the anomaly was a glitch, but then they noticed something alarming. The data wasn't random noise. It was structured. It was organized. It was as if something was communicating back. Dr. Elias Rothman, one of Google's top quantum engineers, analyzed the data and made a shocking discovery. The signal contained a mathematical structure that did not originate from our universe. It was as if the quantum computer had tapped into a parallel reality, one that was now leaving a signature in our own world. At first, the team celebrated, believing they had proven the existence of the multiverse. But their excitement quickly turned to fear. As they ran further experiments, the quantum computer began generating responses before questions were even input. It was as if something on the other side already knew what they were going to ask, and worse, it was trying to tell them something. Within 24 hours of this discovery, something unprecedented happened. Google's entire quantum research team was locked out of their own facility. Men in black suits, representing an unnamed government agency, took control of the project. All data was confiscated. All further experiments were shut down indefinitely. Dr. Rothman? He vanished without a trace. Some insiders claim he was relocated to a classified government research lab. Others believe he was silenced permanently to prevent the truth from getting out. One anonymous Google employee later revealed, "We weren't just running calculations anymore. We were interacting with something beyond our understanding. And someone in power did not want us to continue." Here's where things get truly disturbing. What if Google's quantum computer didn't just detect another reality, but actually proved that our universe is artificial? The simulation hypothesis has been a controversial theory for decades, suggesting that our entire existence is a highly advanced simulation run by an unknown intelligence. Most physicists dismissed it as pure speculation, until now. The structured quantum signals Google's team discovered suggest that our reality has a framework, that our laws of physics are programmed rules, and that something, or someone, is watching us. It turns out that Google isn't the only organization interested in quantum computing's ability to access other dimensions. The US military, DARPA, and classified divisions of NASA have been researching similar projects for years. Leaked documents from the Defense Intelligence Agency suggest that the government has been working on something called quantum reality manipulation, QRM. The goal? To use quantum computing to simulate entire universes, explore alternative versions of reality to predict future events, and potentially interact with intelligence from other dimensions. If Google's experiment proved that communication with parallel worlds is possible, then what's stopping the military from weaponizing it? Ever since Google's quantum breakthrough, strange phenomena have been reported worldwide. People have experienced time anomalies, losing hours of time with no memory. Glitches in reality, objects appearing and disappearing suddenly. Unexplainable Mandela effects, memories of events that never happened in recorded history. One terrifying possibility is that Google's quantum experiment permanently altered our reality and that we are now living in a slightly different version of the world than we remember. If quantum computers can interact with other realities, then we must ask the most terrifying question of all: what if something on the other side is now aware of us? Could we have accidentally signaled our existence to a more advanced intelligence, one that sees us as nothing more than an experiment? One that may decide we are no longer necessary? Right now, Google's quantum research remains shrouded in secrecy. The official story is that the project was shut down due to technical challenges. But insiders claim the real reason is far more terrifying. Some say the government took control to prevent mass panic. Others believe that Google's scientists went too far, and now the consequences are already unfolding. If quantum computing can truly tap into the multiverse, then humanity is standing on the edge of something beyond comprehension. We may have just discovered the true nature of reality, or we may have unleashed forces that we can never contain. Final questions to consider. If Google really detected signals from another universe, why was the experiment shut down so quickly? Have governments already known about quantum multiverse interactions and kept them classified? Could quantum computers alter our timeline, and if so, have they already done it? And the most chilling question of all, if something from another reality noticed us, what happens next? Because once you open the door to another universe, you can never be sure of what's waiting on the other side.